My husband and I are about to move to Albany, and I'd like to know something about this school because I've heard a lot about it. So.
Oh, I'd love to tell you about our school. We've been around for about 50 years.
50?
50 years, yeah. We have alumni that are running day schools all over the country, and in leadership positions. We're K through 8 school.
K through 8, okay. That's good because we don't have high schoolers, but we do have a 4th grader and a 6th grader.
Oh, very, very nice. We teach general studies and Judaic studies. It's a place where curiosity rules, where the children ask bold questions and confront paradox, where they learn together from each other and from very, very devoted staff. The teachers love the children very, very much. In the middle school, your 6th grade will be in middle school. We have a very rigorous program. Our 8th graders, for example, are taking 9th grade math and 9th grade science, and they finish their language requirements to take the New York State requirements to take a second language before they get to high school. So high school feels a little bit like a breeze, but.
And where do the kids go to high school?
They go to public schools and private schools. It's interesting because the Albany Academy,
I know it well.
You know well. So
yes,
the private school, they use our 9th graders as their ambassadors, as their student ambassadors. They meet them, and in 3 months they decide, oh, we want you to be selling our school to the other children that come on tour.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And what goes on in the lower school?
The lower school is a place where children explore, and they play with blocks and learn math by making connections, and a lot of hands-on activities, a lot of group learning. It's you'll walk into a classroom and you'll wonder where the teacher is because they're not in front of the room. They're the guide on the side.
Oh, nice. Now, somebody told me that you were a graduate of this school.
That's right. That's right. I'm an alum. I was there for 9 years. And
where did you go to school after that?
And then I went to one of the local public schools, and many of my classmates up and down, like a few grades up, were the valedictorians of their public school. I wasn't a valedictorian. I just became a rabbi, but and
head of school.
And head of school. Yeah.
And are you enjoying this?
Am I enjoying it?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I get to work with my teachers, and when I say my teachers, they were the ones that taught me. And I work with some new teachers. I brought in some new programs and ideas. And it's been fantastic, yeah.
I was really impressed by that speech, or pitch, especially at the beginning, because I felt, well, 2 things happened. One, we went up and down a number of times, and you clearly started with a pitch, I think, that you have done before and are probably perfecting, because it flowed well and had some nice essence to it, and then we got much more conversational. And I think from where I sit as somebody who spends a lot of time with development folks, the more conversational and the more interactive the conversation can be, the better the pitch is. The 4 or 5 points I think that you want, you got a couple out. Were there a couple more that you would have wanted to share if we hadn't sort of digressed into another?
If I had more time, if I had 5 more minutes with you, I would have explored what your interests are and what your kids are like, so I could know what to tell you about. You know, if you said my 4th grader just loves learning Torah or just loves science, I would tell you about the science fair and some of the science projects of the 4th grade. The next 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes would be about finding out a little bit more about you.
Okay, all right.
I guess in an elevator I don't have that much time, right?
No, you don't. You don't. And what I was really pleased about was that you, in the first, maybe 10 or 15 seconds, got a lot out that really resonated with, I think, would have with a perspective. The bold, tell me again, the bold questions. Bold questions. I love
those were lines written by professionals for the
Really?
Solomon Schechter Day School Association. Yeah, curiosity rules, children asking bold questions, confronting paradox. That's not my language. It's borrowed language, but it was produced for us.
But from someone like for somebody like me who hadn't heard it, it sounded really good and not canned, and that was.
It didn't sound canned,
it
really?
Did not sound canned. So
Imagine
that was
that.
good. Imagine that.
Okay.
So
That's on our website. That's on the Schechter materials, and so that means that the stuff is working.
I think it's working, and I think you shouldn't necessarily assume that because it's there that people really have read it or heard it.
I can
or
use
if
it. I can
they've
use
read it, that it sounds very different when you say it, and it sounds really good.
Oh, wow. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you.
Good.
Now tell me what you really think. Now that we're not filming anymore, tell me what you really think.